Call this meeting to order at 7:28. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Alperano.
Here.
Councilmember Barnworth.
Here.
Councilmember Tucker.
Here.
And Mayor Pro Tem Mendoza.
Here.
And Mayor Obeso Martinez is absent for the record.
Okay. The Pledge of Allegiance, please stand.
Shields, would you present, please? Yes, ready, begin. Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Maruda, are there any adjustments to the agenda?
There are no adjustments to the agenda.
And we'll now take the city attorney's report on closed session.
Sure. The city council met today in closed session. Conference with legal counsel on two existing litigations, City of Imperial versus Imperial Value Computer Manufacturing was discussed, as was Imperial Value Manufacturing versus City of Imperial. On both of those cases, direction was given to council, no reportable action. The council did not discuss the one item of anticipated litigation today. Council met with labor negotiator. Direction was given to the negotiator related to all the employee organizations listed on the agenda. And the council discussed public employment of the city attorney, and direction was given. That concludes my report.
Thank you. Next up, we have public comment. If you wish to address the city council concerning any item within the city council's jurisdiction, please raise your hand and be acknowledged by the mayor, or Mayor Pro Tem in this case. At that time, state your name and address for the record. The Mayor Pro Tem reserves the right to place a time limit of 3 minutes on each person's presentation. And I do have one request. Mr. Rauch, did you want the public comment?
Yes, thank you very much.
And Mr. Roush, just so you're aware, you did send something into the clerk, which she's printed out, and it'll be available to the public as well if they request it. So I think there was a document that you sent via email. No?
Oh, the one about my public comment? Mm-hmm. Oh,
yeah.
Great. Thank you very much.
Sure.
I really appreciate that. Honorable Mayor Pro Tem and members of the council, I just wanted to summarize the statement that I had given. I think that the council was not aware of a situation that I think would help in a settlement regarding Community Facilities District 2004-3. In 2004 and 2005, that CFD was created, and as part of the agreement of creation of the district back in 2005, a comprehensive acquisition agreement was made with the original developers in which they would be reimbursed approximately $3.6 million for public improvements that they were going to make. And it provided two things. If the developers or their successors in interest did not pay the CFD assessments that they were liable for, then the city council had, acting as a legislative body of the CFD, they had two options. One, they could withhold those delinquent assessments and apply them to the delinquent assessments, or they could pay those delinquent assessments out to the successor in interest, the new owner of the properties. In 2018, the city manager, not this city manager, prior city manager, said, hey, we've paid approximately $2 million to these original developers or their successors in interest. There's still about $1.6 million to pay out. And so we want an authorization to start making those remaining payments of $1.6 million. There was no indication at the time that the city manager provided to the council nor the tax administrator, there was no indication that the same developers or their successors in interest owed the city or the CFD approximately $400,000. And that same year, in 2018, the prosecution commenced for the delinquencies unpaid. That very same year, 2018, the city council approved a payout of $450,000 to the successors in interest of the very delinquent properties that were already delinquent. So there was a $400,000 liability, and the city paid $450,000 to the entity or their successor that created the delinquency. There was no deduction and there was no assignment to the successor interest. They just paid the money out even though these people were delinquent. Then in 2020, the county foreclosed on these properties. Is that it for me?
Can we wrap it up pretty quick here?
Okay, I just wanted to say, in 2020, we became the successor in interest, no VALC, and the city has approved some, over the course of 5 different agenda items that were all on consent calendar, the city has approved another $300,000 paid out to the entity or the successor that created the delinquency and did not, as they were supposed to, pay that money to us, who are now the legal successors in interest. And so there's some $910,000 still remaining in the account to be paid out. And we're just simply saying, hey, that money is available to pay off the delinquencies. Should have been done. Nobody advised the council. No deliberations on this. And I think there's a fund of money to create a settlement. So here's a way to solve our claim delinquency in that CFD. Thank you.
Mr. Roush.
I have a question for the city attorney. Is that okay? Sure. So here it talks about the Gazette Ranch. Is that the open property that's on the other side across school that's all the illegal dumping and the motorcycle track with all the old concrete?
Yes, that's what we refer to as Gazette Ranch. So I assume, because I'm just seeing this document, that's the same one by Cross School.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. I'll double check though. We just got these.
And do we have any other public comments? Seeing none, City Clerk, did we have any other received?
No via comments.
Thank you. Okay, next up, we have the consent agenda. All items appearing under the consent agenda will be acted upon by the city council with one motion without discussion. Should any council member or other person request that any item be considered separately, that item will then be taken up at the time determined by the mayor pro tem. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Vote, please.
Motion carries 4-0.
Thank you. Next up, Section B for public hearing. B1, the continued public hearing of the City Council to discuss the vacation of the public right-of-way portion of O Street between 2nd Street and 3rd Street, as recommended by the Planning Commission. And I'll open up this public hearing at 7:36.
Good evening, council. This is a continuation of the public hearing for the abandonment of O Street between 2nd and 3rd. At the last meeting, there was a comment made by the gentleman that is currently present. We amended the staff report to reflect what's currently out there. So the portion of O Street it's unpaved and experienced negligible vehicle activity, demonstrating that the segment does not function as a critical link in the city's transportation network. We also want to add that the proposed right-of-way vacation would not result in that the right-of-way vacation will not result in significant traffic impacts, and no public utilities or emergency access routes will be affected by this proposed vacation. We'll recommend the vacation of O Street, and I'll stand for any questions that you may have.
Do you have any questions? And I do have a request for public comment from Mr. Roush on this item.
Thank you very much. Last time I was here, Councilman Barano asked me to go out there and look at it, and I saw that where O Street has been bulldozed, and there are mounds of dirt on that property, making parts of it impassable. And my comment remains that the assessment of the impact of changing any traffic patterns out there, I think that the installation of one house would have the same amount of de minimis impact as the vacation of O Street. And I think that the city council should be consistent and allow us to build a house. It's just going to be the car from one family, and this is de minimis impact. And we think that the fact that you won't let us build a house out there, even one house, is inconsistent, and we think it's violative of CEQA. That's my comment. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comments? Then I'll close this public hearing at 7:39. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please vote.
It'd be nice to see something on that little dirt road that nobody drives, that I see every morning when I take my kids to school that nobody's on.
Motion carries 4-0.
Looks like snow cones.
There's no dirt on it. People do and they dust you out. But there's nobody there.
Moving on to action items, item C1, approve a task order for on-call engineering services for the Ayton Boulevard Rehabilitation Project by Mr. Mora.
Good evening, council. As you may already know, we received STBG funds and CMAQ. The STBG is for the road rehab on Ayton Boulevard from SR 86 to the railroad tracks, and to the installation of sidewalks from the same segments, SR 86 to railroad tracks. Two different projects: the road rehab STBG, the sidewalk will be CMAQ. We requested a proposal from our on-call engineering consultants, which is in front of you. We reviewed the proposal. The scope of work includes the surveying, mapping, geotechnical investigation. Initial assessment is included there. We may or may not need it. It's included. We requested from Caltrans if that's going to be part of the NEPA process. We couldn't get an answer until we get at least 60% of the project, but it still is an add-on in this proposal. Project management coordination, the PSNE, bidding phase support, construction support, and post-construction. The amount of these proposals is $169,876, and staff recommends approval of this task order. And I'll stand for any questions that you have.
Do you have any questions?
No question.
And so I will look for a motion.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Please vote.
Motion carries 4-0.
Perfect. Item C2, authorize staff to solicit proposals for the Imperial Regional Park Development Project presented by our Parks Director, Tony Lopez.
Good evening, Mayor Pro Tem and Council. As Council may already be aware, the City of Imperial owns approximately 143 acres on the north side of our city boundaries, in between Ralph and Larson Road. These parcels are already designated as a future site for our regional park. So we have officially received word that we're going to get $1.5 million from appropriation funding. And in your staff report that you have attached, you will see what we'll be seeking, this packet, or these firms that are going to submit proposals to include as part of those submittables to the city. So we're requesting City Council to allow staff to move forward in this process until we receive official word. I know nothing's until we receive the check. It's it's fake money, but we have as part of our CIP already sectioned off park impact fees to at least start. So we have that contingency in place. Although we would not like to use park impact fees, the idea would be to use the appropriation funding that we receive from the Senator and Congressman's office. So it's time for any questions that you may have.
Any
So,
questions?
are you gonna spend the money before we get the one from the?
So right now, it'll be seeking the proposals to include what's in your staff report. At the time we review and those proposals are submitted, we will come back for council's approval to award. In the meantime, in that month or two time span, we hope to receive something more official. I know it's press releases that have been out there already. So we have that money for park impact fees to move forward at least, but the fiscal impact is none until award. So once we come back with a firm selected, I hope to have more concrete news on that $1.5 million.
So I was looking in your, your to solicit proposals. Do you have a minimum qualifications in there, or are you gonna have a different solicitation package?
No, so the minimum proposals has in the RFP itself, it has a minimum, what we're looking for the firms of minimum of 10 years of experience. So with all these things that we're including in submittables by these firms that are going to be looked at, we will be going over those qualifications, and the scoring will be based on qualifications, experience of staff that is on staff for the firms, and all of those will be qualifiers.
But so is it like you have to have like a professional engineer on your staff, a licensed
Yes.
architect, and all that? Okay.
Yes, and all that's outlined in the proposal. This is just a general overview of what they're going to be including in that proposal for the submittables.
Okay. 'Cause doesn't usually the proposal come to us? I could be wrong.
Do you want to see it? Sometimes we,
I
yeah,
feel like it
want to see
usually,
a draft.
especially if it's for services, it comes to us. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know what past practice is, but that's what I always thought our practice was.
I think legally we could do it either way, but when it's of interest to the council, we certainly present it, or if it's something that you'd like to see.
Want to give direction to have it brought to us? In my previous, the RFP would normally go to council, yes.
Okay. Yeah. Do I need to make a motion to bring it back, or we just?
Yeah, let's get it so it's easier for just records, but you could just continue it till the next week if you prefer.
Okay. Make a motion to continue it and have the RFP come to council for approval.
Do I have a second?
I second.
Vote, please.
I'm gonna do roll call vote on that.
Okay.
Just so it's not tied into what's already stated there.
Okay.
Councilmember Amparano,
Yes.
Councilmember Burnworth,
Yes.
Councilmember Tucker,
Yes.
and Mayor Pro Tem Mendoza.
Yes.
Motion carries 4-0.
Next up, C3, authorize staff to solicit proposals for city attorney professional services for the city of Imperial, presented by Human Resources Director Kristen Smith.
And I'll just, so it's not awkward, I absolutely have loved working for the city. My dad has pretty serious Parkinson's, and I have 3 teenagers, so I'm looking forward to spending more time with him. So it's heartbreaking, but I'll be here a little bit longer. But, it's a good thing for me to spend more time with family. So I apologize, and I don't want anyone looking around like what's happening. So go ahead.
Don't make me cry.
We got time.
Good evening. We're requesting your authorization for staff to solicit proposals for the city attorney professional services for the city of Imperial through release of request for proposals number 2026-01. The city attorney is a critical role that reports directly and serves the pleasure of this council. And our goal with the RFP is to ensure the city continues to receive high-quality legal counsel across a broad spectrum of municipal needs. By opening this formal solicitation process, we seek to identify a firm of individual with specialized expertise to navigate the unique challenges of our growing community while ensuring our legal services remain cost-effective and transparent. If authorized tonight, we intend to issue the RFP tomorrow, March 5th. We have set a deadline for proposals for March 19th. With the goal of conducting interviews late March, early April. And following that process, we anticipate returning to the council April 15th with a recommendation for an agreement with a target contract start date of May 1st. And then I'm happy to answer any questions that you may have.
So it'd be a 2-week release?
It's a 2-week release.
So when's it releasing? March?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow? And then interviews the last week of March?
Last week, yeah, hopefully last week of March.
If not, you guys will have to do it. I will be in vacation for spring break.
Wow.
from the
If
second.
we say no, does that mean she has to stay?
No, it means we're SOL.
We'll make the goal March, the last week of March.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Do I have a second?
No, you don't. I second the motion.
Deny.
I can second.
I
I'll
have a
second
motion
it.
and a second. Please vote.
Family is definitely more important.
Motion carries 4-0. Okay, moving on to section D, reports. We'll start with Mr. Mora.
Good evening, council. So as you can see in SR 86, we're almost at the end tail of it. You know, it's at least Second and from Second Street all the way to Barione, we have most of the landscaping. There's some items to be completed, but it looks very, very different. The equipment from Flashing Beacons has been installed, and we're going to be working in the next couple of days on the AI system for all the traffic signals throughout Highway 86. We currently have 5 projects going on throughout the city. Most of them are completed 7, 10, 14th Street. We're almost done. We're at 95%. 7th Street, we completed it. So some of those projects will be coming for a project close out in the next 1 or 2 meetings. We also have 6 other projects that will be coming for you, which is the one they just mentioned. One of the items will be the sidewalks in rehab for the same segment, and then we have from the railroad tracks to Clark, which is that rehab. We have from Ayton to Rosarito in rehab, and then we have the one from First to Barione, which is the in rehab, and then the EV charger and at the transit park. So 6 more projects coming up in the near future. Just stay tuned, and the residents just bear with us.
I have a few comments or questions about the SR 86. I don't know if you've been made aware, we were kind of beaten up on social media about the construction zone, quote unquote, coming down Highway 86 during fair time. When I drive it, I don't see where any traffic is being inhibited or prohibited more than it would be at any other fair time. The only thing out there is the addition of the cones, which they wouldn't be able to drive on that area anyway. Is construction still ongoing during the time that the fair is open, or are they out of there and there's no construction equipment? And I haven't seen them out there during fair time.
Yeah, not a Second Street. So they're working north of Barione right now. They're installing
So
a
it's
couple boulders.
further away.
Correct, yeah. So, but even if there was construction on Second to Fourth, we made sure that we didn't block any access to the fair. So
Okay.
we haven't done any of that.
Okay,
If, Mayor Pro Tem Mendoza, if I may add to that, in past years, Second Street was blocked to all through traffic to go across 86 as well as Fourth. This year it's not.
open, yeah.
It's open, so there is no construction going on. All we have is cones. I drove it today at roughly about 4:30. There was nobody there, just cones lining the side. All the streets were open. So I haven't seen that.
yeah, I've
just
driven
see
it several
everything
times
else.
since that comment was made, and I have yet to see anything blocking any
mean,
streets or,
We could go
Creating
back and block Second and Fourth like we've done in the past, and definitely would choke up traffic where there's nobody going across into that. I mean,
yeah.
Please
but
don't.
we
That's my
did.
route to take my son to school.
What's that?
That's my route to take Colton to school. Please don't.
I also wanted to ask, I noticed that the flashing beacons had been activated, the new ones. I can't remember if it was north or southbound, but one of them worked, the one on one side worked, the other one didn't. Is
Yes,
that being
so
addressed?
everything works. They're testing. That's
Okay.
what they're doing and whatnot. I've noticed it too as well. But that's what they're doing. They've been testing, make sure that there's no, any wires disconnected and whatnot. So that's what they're.
And so to add to that, is that why we were seeing the man lift working on all the lights, signal lights?
Correct.
Is that
Yes.
the synchronization?
That's correct.
Okay.
So they're in the next couple of days at night, they're going to be working on most of it. I think hopefully they're done by Friday.
Okay.
There's nothing underneath, but.
And I know, probably about a month or two ago, we'd had a discussion and Chief Real had chimed in also about the limit lines and how the turn lanes are passing and all this other stuff and all the confusion it's creating. do we know when all that's going to be restriped and fixed and people told, no, you don't cross each other's paths and sit out in the middle of the intersection and so forth?
I know I have a date. I just don't remember from the top of my head. I don't wanna.
Okay.
I'll communicate with city manager and then.
Okay. Yeah, because that one almost got me in an accident the
We
other
do
day.
have a schedule now to do
As soon
that.
as possible.
As soon as possible, please. Okay, thank you. Ms. Guerrero.
Mayor Pro Tem Mendoza, council members, Public Services still has their construction projects going. We have the shop and Ayton tank moving forward. Ayton tank is now completely full with water again. Our tests and stuff were good. We have the shop tank drained, so now they're working on that one to get that one sandblasted, get the coating and stuff going. So we're moving with that one. Our manhole project is about complete. We got 2 manholes left for coating, and then they're only doing diverting traffic, not full road closures. We have those manholes over by the school and B Street, so those will have a little bit of traffic control, but no full closures going. The other one we got, of course, is the Ayton and Claypool pump station. That one we're gonna be on hold for a while because we're waiting for that pump and getting everything connected, but that's gonna be
Yeah.
the one that we have the longest wait time on. Our other ones are kind of coming to a close. We had requested one of the other projects be rejected, the bids for the headworks. We've been working with the engineer again to get those plans moving. I will be bringing that one to council because we have a change in the cost and I don't want it to be a surprise. So we'll be bringing that one back since plans did change, and that's the headworks one, so that'll be coming down the pipeline. And I just wanted to give an update in terms of kind of our fleet and our maintenance and what we've been looking at. Since we had our fleet supervisor put in place, he's been working, diligently to get everything going. He's brought in Fleetio up to date. We did have assets that were missing. So since he got in the position, we are now good in Fleetio. We have 102 assets. And that's inclusive of our vehicles, heavy equipment, and everything. He's gone through and he's actually assigned those assets to divisions to where they have operators where they can put tickets in. They'll get notified if something happens. So, and those operators are kind of assigned. I'm gonna use Tony, for example. Tony would be the operator for his division so he would know what's going on, and we're kind of implementing that way of who has vehicles. There were some that weren't originally assigned in the system. We found about 30 or so, but those are now in there, so we are good. And he has been working in terms of implementing inspections for our heavy equipment, like the backhoe, the skid steers. Those have now undergone inspection. We're working on getting quotes for repairs. We're extending warranties on those, so we don't have any major issues or malfunctions, and they'll be covered. So we are moving forward, making sure our fleet is going to be good. We're doing the proactive approach to it. We don't want to be reactive. So I just wanted to bring that to you guys, that that's what we're working with. And I did want to say I appreciated from our last meeting the exchange that we had in terms of equipment and maintenance and what you guys would be looking for. And I kind of want to keep that open. If there's anything that you guys do want from us or that you want to see, I would like to hear it. We can have the staff work on it just so we're all on the same page. And I want that teamwork and that effort between us, just so there's no surprises and there's no concerns. But that's what I got.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My only comment is whoever's the street sweeper that did Ayton Road this week, did a better job than they did
Right.
since it's been repaved. I don't know if it was a different one.
That was actually our staff. We pushed them out, so they're starting to get, and that, thank you, actually.
Like the bike lane,
Council
you can
Tucker.
ride down it, not you.
Yeah, so
going down a dirt
we're
road.
starting to have our staff kind of go out there so we can get baselines of how long it's gonna take, so when we do roll it out, so they're kind of doing that portion. So we did have them go up and down Ayton, and I actually even got a phone call from a resident that said, hey, I saw them going up and down Ayton and they did a better job than what's been done before. When are they gonna start doing our areas? So I told them that's kind of a collaborative effort where we're gonna get that going, but we are gonna start piloting them out there, see how long it takes. So we have numbers in terms of hours, equipment, usage, cleanup time, so we can see how we're gonna do it and how we'll separate the city into actually getting our street sweeper out there. But they're excited to do it and we're excited to do it, so.
If I may, Ms. Guerrero, I had written a whole bunch of things and actually crossed them all out because those were the questions I was gonna be asked. And I did reach out to Mr. Morita about the Ayton Road and some of the other divisions because I did go down and drive them and look at them and see what we were gonna do. And Ayton Road was pretty rough. And after the conversation me and Mr. Morita had about some some issues that came up. It was a good idea to go back, and I did drive it. Was going to say, you know what, it does look a lot nicer that now somebody can actually drive it or ride it. As far as, and I know you talked about the street sweeper planning, whatever. When can we get a rollout plan?
We had a brief discussion, and I worked with the public services supervisor. We're looking hopefully within a month. We're hoping we can actually get it, and I'm giving that as the baseline date for us to start, and that's why we're starting that piloting of our supervisors having his staff go out, because we'll be rotating between two members, but we hope to have it out there for you guys on the street by within a month or so.
Yeah, and the reason we ask is because I know there's a lot of divisions and a lot of areas that we all drive that is just, it's pretty rough. But we also understand that if there's vehicles, you can't sweep it.
Yeah.
You know, hate to say, well, not hate to say, I ride my bike down 15th Street and I see it all full of dirt. But you can't sweep it during the day because it's all full of cars, and that's understood. But it's just getting a rollout plan and making sure that those areas that are left unattended that we can actually go back and hit. So definitely appreciate that. I was going to bring out the tank project because I drove by today the shop tank and saw people working, and I was going to say, hey, can we get an update on this and see where we're at? So kind of you beat me to the punch on it, but thank you for all the hard work.
Of course, and then just in terms of the street sweeping and rolling it out is we will be telling, once we have the idea, we'll be telling residents kind of when we'll be out there, what they'll be looking at, kind of the start time. So we'll also do the social media things and roll out and give as much notice. I know it'll still be a trial and error, and they'll kind of be surprised because we'll be switching things around, but we'll do what we can on our part just to let them know that we're coming.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay, we're moving on to Parks and Recreation. Mr. Lopez.
So we have our last large-scale event happening in a few weeks, March 21st, 4 to 9. 4 o'clock is when the competitors will start selling. 5 o'clock is when the event actually kicks off. We give the competitors a little bit more time to sell. Usually, in most cases, they're sold out by like 7:30. I mean, the crowds we get are massive for Blues Brews Barbecue. So we expect nothing less than that, if not larger crowds. So we have some new competitors this year, some that we don't even recognize from previous years. So that's exciting to announce that we have 3 or 4 more than we usually have. So the entire block from 7 to 6 will be jam-packed with the competitors you recognize and some that you don't. We've sent you guys, or I sent you guys an email with the calendar invite, the itinerary. I would like to, moving forward, include you guys a little bit more on stage, pull you guys up there as much as possible, you know, get you guys some community FaceTime. So I'll be pushing those out at every event moving forward. Council as a collective, you know, mayor speaking points and mayor pro tem and things like that. So expect that to be a regular thing moving forward. If you guys at any point want us to send those to other emails, right? Because I know you guys don't have access to your work emails at all times. Just reach out to the city manager's office, and they should have your personal emails on file, and we'll go ahead and forward those communications to those emails as a secondary, so you guys can get that information, and we don't miss that window where you might not have a council meeting or you might not have your phone or tablet on you. So just communicate that, and we'll get that to you guys.
I'm communicating that. Can you check with
Yes.
Dennis? He's got my personal email.
Yes. Is that the case for everybody?
What's that?
I'm
personal
covered.
emails?
No, I'm good. I got
Okay.
mine covered. I appreciate the calendar invites. Like, if it doesn't go on my calendar, it's gone. So I appreciate it when it's like, you need to be here by this time.
Yeah.
So,
And that's going to be the trend moving forward. It's for anything large or small.
yeah.
I know
like
you
it.
guys we all live or die by our calendar. So we're going to make that a point to not only invite, but put that calendar invite as well, so you guys can lock it in.
Can you say how many teams are signed up, or
So we
is sign
have-
up already closed?
Yeah, signups closed.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
sold out about 2 or 3 weeks ago for spaces. Competitors are now locked up because of the public health requirement to go through that process. But we typically have 6 or 7. We have, I think, 10 this year.
Oh, that.
So, you know, people want double, triple spaces. That's not going to happen because we don't have the space, but that's a good problem to have. As we have new blood, all new judges, we're kind of making it to where we don't have that where, you already recognize our cut of meat because you've been a judge for 3-4 years. So, new blood, new team. So it's going to be an exciting event coming
And
up.
they're all going to be posted up on the east side.
Right in front of Veterans Hall. Yeah, from 7th to 6th, that entire block will be competitors.
Because, I mean, at one time they were on the east and west side, but last year I think they were only on the east side.
Yeah, so we're all on one side. That way it gives the other side it's all lines
Hold on.
and people waiting to get their food. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Estrada.
I don't have nothing to report today.
Thank you.
With them, with enough.
Chief Real?
I have nothing, thank you.
Thank you so much. From County Fire Chief, Mr. Loper.
Good evening. Chief Lancer is out tonight. He did not pass on anything to report at this point, so I have nothing to report.
So does this mean we can ask a whole bunch of questions?
Chief Real behind him. Go ahead.
You may not like the answer.
Hey, Mr. Manriquez.
I actually have nothing to report, but I do want to ask questions which I forgot to ask closed session about the workshop, the pending workshop the workshop that has been requested for council, so all staff members here can present their projects for next year or have an idea or priorities.
Still in the works. We'll get to you tomorrow. I was helping Dennis out.
I appreciate it, but yeah,
Send us some possible dates.
well, the dates depend on you. Obviously, I'll accommodate, or we probably will accommodate for you guys.
I would say the only thing, I will be on vacation from April 2nd to the 9th.
Oh no, I was planning probably
May.
next week or
Oh,
2 weeks
Yeah.
from now.
the fair's done?
Yeah, wait till the fair's done.
Please.
Okay.
Yeah, that would.
And I mean,
Well, I'll work with department heads to get
Yeah.
something started. At least we can have a cohesive presentation or something from each department. So I'll start that and then
whatever.
we'll wait for the.
Yeah, whatever dates like Mayor Pro Tem Mendoza said, because I know that in past, there's been a few years we actually did it on Saturdays too.
Okay.
I'm not saying we're gonna do it on Saturdays, but I'm just, it just,
Okay. Right. Thank you.
Department heads don't want to do it on Saturday.
neither
Run
do I.
Mister.
Neither do council members.
Neither do council.
so. not
7 in the
those
morning,
years.
right?
Huh?
7 a.m.
Yeah,
Saturday.
you're gonna be the only one.
Mrs. Smith.
Nothing from me tonight.
Thank you.
Out of respect to Mr. Estrada, I'll try to keep this short. Just happy to let you know that we received our 5th round of funding for the PLHA funds, 72,000 that we'll add to the 350, I believe that's remaining after the windows, and so hopefully we'll get those other projects going. They are opening up for the next rotation of 5 years of funding, which we'll also be eligible for, and so we'll kind of brainstorm some potential programs that might help some residents. I think we're pretty well set for the apartments right now and enough to do there, so we'll look at this next round of funding to see what else, other type of projects we can put together.
Thank you. And
Nothing
city
to
attorney?
report. Thank you.
Is that our city clerk?
Nothing to report.
Mr. Marita.
Yes, as a matter of fact, just back on Highway 86 very quickly, there was dialogue with Mr. Phillips about the fair's traffic plan and our work. And at least, as between Mr. Phillips and staff, we didn't see a conflict. So if there is problems, obviously we want to hear about them, but, there was a dialogue. And, also, Councilperson Tucker, the gift that keeps on giving, I find out that the Grand Marshal also is a tri-tip judge. So, I'll be,
I'm glad they got new judges because my team never won.
uh-oh.
Oh, no. Yeah. Trying to.
I'll volunteer for next year, Tony.
Throwing that out there.
Mr. Amparano.
Just a couple things. We were able to attend, along with other council, Mayor Pro Tem, Mendoza, Mayor Alberto Martinez, and Mr. Tucker and myself, we attended the the fairgrounds opening. That was good time there. But I was actually lucky and privileged enough to attend the Dr. Seuss Day at Cross Elementary today. I read to Mrs. Hernandez's class, gave me a nice little award, and they gave me a rose, 3D printed rose.
Oh, cool.
Says thank you. So that was actually really neat to be able to read them to them again. It's always a good time. Always a good time. Other than that, you guys enjoy your weekend. Be safe out there. Thanks for all the hard work.
Councilmember Burnworth?
I will be doing my reading tomorrow.
Nice.
I have a scheduled Sacramento trip. But other than that, I have nothing to report.
Mr. Tucker?
Just like to thank everybody and have a good weekend. And Mr. Loper, nice to see you.
So I did have the opportunity last week to attend the ribbon cutting for Insight, a new company here in Imperial, or they opened up their new office here. It was a very nice event, and it was, and I know some of the people that work there, especially the owner and some of the co-owners, and so it was an honor to be able to work with them on the ribbon cutting of their business. For those of you who may not have heard, we were devastated here in council to learn that the air show has been canceled. There's every now and then you get a little perk as a city council member, and one of them is to be able to attend that event up at the Captain Chalet and right up by the jets. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to attend last year, and so we were so looking forward to attending this my last year on council and being able to attend that event and have that memory, but we lost that. So anybody that was planning on attending, you're out of luck. Chief, have we had any issues at the fair or anything significant?
Nothing significant. Nothing's boiled down to the areas that we would cover. We communicate with the sheriff's department pretty consistently. Although tonight is High School Madness, and it tends to be one of the peak events because you can get some volatile components together, include young teenage hormones, and all those things tend to boil over into the parking lot and into the streets. But we don't anticipate much happening. Fingers crossed.
They call it madness for a reason.
Correct.
Perfect. Thank you. Okay, I'll go ahead and adjourn this meeting to the next regular meeting of the Imperial City Council, which will be held on Wednesday, March 18th, 2026.